welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little about the Emperor card. So we've done the Empress now, so we're going to go on to the Emperor card. And I've never really took much notice of the cards really, and I should do, because some of them can be so pretty and powerful, and you know, so I should really take a bit more notice of the cards really. I was flicking through trying to find it out today. I am wearing a new t-shirt. I have just done a film about my new t-shirt, so I just want to thank Louise for my new t-shirt. So if you go over, I'll put a little link in now that I've just filmed to say thank you. So thank you for my t-shirt. That's very much welcomed. It's one of my favourite pieces in my wardrobe at the moment. It's got a little witch on the t-shirt. It's grey. I don't know whether you can see that. And it says, "Buckle up, Buttercup. You just flipped my switch witch." So that's the t-shirt I've got on today, and I have worn this before. I absolutely love it. Excuse the belly. I am trying to kind of switch up my diet now to get this little bear cake into a small 4-pack, if you will. Pardon the pun. So yes, thank you very much for this. I am thoroughly enjoying this t-shirt. I think this is one of my favourite pieces now, and I will try and adapt it to what I wear now. So thank you very much. So right, let's get back on track here now. We're learning about the Emperor. Right, here we go. Emperor upright is authority, establishment, structure, a father figure. And already in this card, if you can see it, I'll try and take a photo of it or something. If you can see it, I have two here. I feel this one looks more authoritative, but this one looks more father figure. However, the reason I get father figure and authority from these two cards is, in this one, the gentleman or the Emperor has got a white beard, which signifies wisdom. But in this one, he is not. So this is how I get on the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Rider-Waite, yeah. So this one from the Rider-Waite. Let's get my teeth in today. Rider-Waite tarot deck. I get more of an authoritative figure here. Here I get more of a father figure, because he's sort of like standing in kind of a sort of like, what have you just done wrong, or what have I got to put up with now, kind of father figure, kind of what have you just done, kind of father figure leeway. So yeah, so yeah, so we've got an element of a father figure in an upright position. In a reverse position, it is domination, excessive control, and lack of alignment or flexibility. Basically, the reverse is all about being domineering and stuff, but then if you have it upright, it's like a father figure. So now I'm going on to the description of the Emperor. If the Empress is the mother of archetypes of the tarot deck, The emperor is the father. He sits upon a large stone throne, adorned with 4 rams' heads. Well, in this card, I can only see 2 rams' heads. Ah, you have to look out for them. I get it now. So on this card, there's 2 noticeable ones, notable ram's heads, and there's 2 on the chair up here as well, which I didn't notice. So when they said 4 ram's heads, I was sort of like, well, hang on a minute, because the ram's heads on the top are part of the furniture. I know this bit's the part of the furniture of the chair where you can clearly see the ram's heads, but this part of the ram's heads at the top of the throne chair, whatever he's sitting on, has ram's heads on them, but they look like part of the throne, so you can't see it. And in this card, you have to really sort of like, it's like abstract, kind of, to let you know there's, it's very, these cards that I first got when I was about 14, 15 are more abstract, but these cards that I've got now, the Waite tarot deck, are a bit more detailed. You can see a bit more. So, yeah. So basically, when we done the Empress was the mother, and now we're doing the father. So basically, the father adopts he sits on a throne and adopts this big thing, and he's got 4 ram's heads on this throne. Symbolises of the connection of Aries and the planet Mars. So I would say this is an Aries sign. So anyone who's Aries, you're possibly ruling the Emperor in the tarot decks. In his right hand, the Emperor holds an cake, the Egyptian symbol of life, and in his left hand, an orb representing the world, over which he rules. Well, I'm a bit confused about that. Oh yeah, I can see the orb now. Yeah, I can see the orb now. You have to look very closely in these cards because they are drawn in there. You just have to look very closely because they're well blended in. So the orb is just there, where he rules the world, and the cake is that thing there. So yeah, different. I mean, in this one you can see the orb, and they've still got the Aries sign there as well. A lot of Aries symbolism going in this card, whereas this card, yes it is, but it's on the ram's heads. So yeah, there's a lot of symbolism of the of Aries and that in there. And in this card, not so much this card, but in this card, I can get an element of a planet Mars kind of looking effect. Whereas on my card when I was 14, I don't really get that. So if this was to be pulled, I don't think I would get that there's a planet Mars thing going on in the background. Plus, with the redness of the look of planet Mars, I would say this is attached to a root chakra as well. Your root chakra, which is to ground your feet and that. So, he wears a red robe as well. Yeah, in both of them he wears a red robe, which indicates power and passion and energy for life, basically. Which, you know, I said in previous readings of learning the tarot cards, I feel each tarot card that I'm reading, I'm going through the Fool's journey with these cards. So every time I'm learning these cards and putting them out there to you, I'm going through the actual journey. These cards are being spoken and learnt about in the sequence they're meant to be learnt about in, if you get what I'm trying to say. Do you get that? Probably not. Right, let's babble on. Underneath the robe, underneath it, he is wearing a suit of armour. In the Waite one, yeah, I can see him wearing a suit of armour. Again, in this one, I'm not getting the suit of armour vibe. Yes, he's got a red sort of shirt and stuff on, but I'm not getting the suit of armour, whereas in the legs here, I'm getting the suit of armour. So basically, the suit of armour is a suggestion of protection from threat. So basically, if you've got something that comforts you and you feel that it protects you from an element of threat, or it comforts you, that's your protection. And any emotional responses and verbalities and stuff. So basically, he's wearing a suit of armour for protection of any emotions coming his way, or responsibilities, or people being really abusive. His long white beard symbolises experience. Like I said, wisdom, experience. I've just said when I see somebody with a really long white beard, I think of an authoritative kind of wisdom, kind of experienced person. And also with the gold crown, both cards have got gold crowns on, which symbolism is authority figure who demands to be heard. So yeah, that was he was wearing the crown, and I always thought that a crown on somebody's head is authoritative. So most sort of like the highest priestess, the empress, and the emperor have got a crown on, some sort of crown on their head, to say that, hang on a minute, we must be heard. We must be heard. You cannot not hear us. So behind the throne looms a tall, impressive mountain range, signifying that he's backed by the solid foundation to mark change unless he is deemed necessary. Beneath the peaks of the small background of that, So basically, beneath the small peaks, there's hope and emotions being sort of like digged up. So there's a lot of emotions, a lot of things that need to be said, I think. So basically, a lot of emotions going on that needs to be digged up, and to open up trust again, and open up his softer side. So I feel like I'm walking this journey. I know I've said that, but I feel like I'm walking this journey. So basically, that's the description of the Emperor here. So yeah, this card I get a lot from this card. Not so much. I like using the Waite tarot deck more than my cards from when I was 14. That's probably why I couldn't understand tarot when I was 14. I just chose the deck and I thought, all right, let's try tarot. Yes. Needed to do my homework a bit. I'll have to go back and tell that young lady at 14 years old she needed to do her homework. I've lost my placing now. So, the upright Emperor, as a father figure of the deck, is suggested to be adoring, fatherly role, relating to, regardless of whether you're male or female. So, basically, if you're a female and you've got more, sort of like masculine than feminine, that's fine. That's fine. But then it can also be a masculine card if you're... I think what I'm trying to say is you can be feminine or masculine for this card. It doesn't really matter. So basically it is saying if you're male or female, you're protective over your family. You will defend your loved ones. And you will try and hold a stable and secure place for your family. So basically, I think this is going on about, because they said this is the father figure and this is the mother figure. And I think the Fool, the Magician, and possibly the Highest Priestess are their children. Maybe? I don't know. But as the Fool walks along his journey, he's learning these people. He's also learning these people. Is the Fool learning them as himself, or is he learning them as he's going along the journey as different people and not himself? Good question. Has anyone answered that question? I think I'm getting a little too deep now. So yeah. Where was I running with this? The Emperor is represented as a powerful leader who demands respect and authority. Well, if he's the father figure of the family, he's going to want to protect his family. He's going to want to protect his family. He's the state of power. He's the state of recognition. He's essentially the go-to person that you need to go to if you've got a problem to solve. And and it's kind of a I get here, you're most comfortable in a leadership role. So I find with this father figure, they are comfortable in ruling their family. You have to be firm but fair-handed. So what I see in that is they're going to tell you off. But with that telling off, they're going to give you ways where if it happens again, try and be a bit more tactile, I think. You'll have a clear vision of what you want to create, organise around those around you to manifest your goals. So this is a very good manifesting card. If you get this card, manifest the shit out of it. So if I start manifesting, I'll start manifesting big on this one. There's loads of stuff I want. Money comes easily is one of them. To manifest your goals, you have to listen to his advice on others, but prefers to have final say. So even though he's willing, this Empress card is willing to listen to you, he's going to have the final say what goes. Whether you like it or not, he's going to have the final say. Which, if you're someone like me, you don't like the other person having the final bloody say. Conflict does not scare you, and you won't hesitate to use your power and protection over those you care about. You will remain loyal to, so this Empress will remain loyal, respect what you deserve as well. Claim your authority as a leader, influences, and don't let others put you down. Where this is really resonating with me, because I've felt like in years to come, as years have gone by, I've been put down several times. Whereas I'm nearly 40 next year, I've just now starting to come out of my mental, whatever that was I had, mental breakdown, whatever you'd like to call that. I am starting to feel stronger. I'm now as you can see, I'm starting to wear makeup more. I'm trying to clothe myself a bit better, and I'm trying not to let too many voices into my head. So if I've had someone give me something I don't want to hear, I'll try now, instead of fighting it, going off thinking about it and thinking, well, hang on a minute, I'm going to look this up. I'm going to get on my phone, look this up, see if it's correct, have right facts, then probably go in and have my say. So I'm also giving myself a pep talk here as well as I've had other people give me this pep talk, and I know other people have given me this pep talk. So the Apprentice card signifies world knowledge. Like I just said there, if you don't know something, then go on your phone and Google it or something. Learn about it, and then when the situation arises again, you've got knowledge. And then if you find out something else that you didn't know, go off again and study it again. So then when the subject comes back again, it's like a loop. The Emperor's card of world knowledge. Through the cards, you could find wisdom and life experiences, which throughout life we are all doing since the day we've been born. And now you're enjoying offering guidance, advice and direction to someone who might benefit from it. So basically, again, working on the Fool, you're learning your knowledge so that when you become the Emperor and a new Fool comes into play, you can tell them your story about what happened to you, and maybe that's not the best way to go around stuff. Whether they take your opinion or not is up to the new Fool. So, but yeah, the Emperor is kind of like a teacher, a coach, a boss, a friend, a learner.
Blah, 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 blah.
That too.
Love you.
Yes. He can't make an appearance, he's not decent. So then what this card has learned, he's passing the torch back to the person that used to be the Fool. See what I mean? So so the others, so when the Fool eventually arrives to this pivotal moment where he becomes the Emperor, he is wise and powerful enough to give maybe the mother, the young adult bearing, or the children some wisdom, words of wisdom. So that is the upright version of the Emperor. We're now going to get into the reverse. We're going on to the reverse now. The reverse Emperor basically calls on your relationships with power, control, authority, responsibility, disalignment. You are expressing too much or too little these elements in your life right now. You are working for you against you. So basically, you're either working for someone who's authoritative, or you're working against them. And I'm seeing here on a reverse, this wise man can be very controlling, authoritative, and responsibilities need to be met, and they need to be, they're very, how can I put this, kind of a little bit demanding, kind of, you will do as you're told. Whereas the upright one was sort of like, well, I'm going to give you a bit of a telling off, but let's just, let's point you in the right direction. Whereas the Emperor's reverse is controlling you into something that you need, want, or don't want to be. The reverse position of the Emperor is domineering. The This card suggests an override use of abuse of authority. So basically when the card's upside down, he's abusing his position. And again, I can resonate. Not going to mention about what, but I can resonate with that. So he's abusing his power surrounding you as a person. It could be arranged from you or from another person, a boss, partner, or father figure, and it may be because deep insecurity or father issue from childhood. So again, like I said about the fool's going along the journey. Now, if they're going up this way through the journey, reversed, they're learning habits that might not be, I mean, some might be healthy if they're reversed, but not all, that might not be healthy. And then, so when it comes to the Empress reversed, that's when the control of the authoritative power man comes in, the big-headed kind of man, father figure, whatever it is. You will do as you're told, if not I will, I don't know, take your privileges away from you, kind of. You will respect me as a person. You will do as I say, kind of thing, or not as I do, kind of. And that's when you get a lot of trouble. So there's a lot of childhood. So if you ever get an Emperor reversed, could stem from childhood issues, which again, when I was going through my mental health, I was going back into the past to delve in to see what happened to me as a child and how now can I prevent that from happening as an adult. Considering the role that power play is in your life, the power, you are asserting your power and domain in a way that leaves others feeling powerless. And this is what I mean about the reverse. If they've had something happen in their life, like you're trying to face a bully at the moment or something like that, they'll do everything in their power, because they've got their protection on, their armor protection, yeah, they'll do everything in their power to probably say that they're the good guy and you're the bad guy, or even opposite way round. It can even be the opposite way round. But I feel, or are you giving away your personal power? Like I just said, they're protected. So are you bowing down to them? Are you bowing down to... God, I feel like so many people have said this to me already. Are you bowing down to someone and giving your power away? And this is what I was saying in the upright card. Keep thinking to yourself, you know, don't let the voices in your head go off. Go and think about what's been said. Come back and say, I don't agree with you on that. It's sort of like sometimes if you retreat back, the reversed Empress, if you retreat back, if you don't tell them anything, yeah, don't let them get in your head and don't tell them anything, yeah, retreat back, do your homework and then come forward, so that when it happens again, you've got something to say to them, to say, look, this is not acceptable behaviour. Seek to find a solution where you lead from a place of personal power and enable others to do the same. Power can be equal and constructively disputed. You don't need to take it from others, nor do you need to give yours away. So it just sums up what I've just been saying, really. Reverse Emperor may be a sign that others look to you as their leader. So, or as an expert in the field, but you are shy, but you are shying away from the role. So also reverse Emperor could be you wanting to be a leader but don't know quite how to get there, and you're a bit shy and fearful a little bit of rocking the boat a bit. And it says here, you may fear being seen as a leader instead of a preference to hiding in the shadows or staying at the limelight. There may be others ways you can make an impact, influence the world, such as authorizing a book or training others to react to a big audience. And this is what I said in earlier on about someone bullying you. There's other ways to skin a cat, you know. Sometimes silence can be a big impact. Sometimes coming in like a bulldozer, which I don't suggest that all the time, but sometimes you just need that little, you know. And I was watching something on Netflix today, and I think it was about, and please forgive me, it was about the Windsors, about the Queen, and they were saying how just the simplest of touches, can you know. Some of the reverse Emperor ask you to stand up to an authoritative figure, which I know is hard to do because I have tried to do it before. You may feel fed up with the overbearing boss or an organisation or some authorised person. So you might feel a bit overbeared, overwhelmed, over whatever. To enter a more flexible and adaptive environment, maybe you should inspire to be your own boss or work independently. Which, this also could be reversed. Are you trying to be your own boss, but at the moment you're lacking in skills, you're lacking in confidence. Also, you don't know which way to go. But just lately, I have been feeling I would like to be my own boss, and I would like to go out in business on my own, you know, and build up a business so that I don't have to go to work, and that my business will provide a nice crumb of bread for me and my husband and give us a good life. by starting up your own business, or you may or seeking career where you can have a great flexibility and creativity in how you complete your work. Well, this is what I was saying. This is what I'm saying. The upside down reverse. I feel that if you are trying to build your own empire kind of thing, you're going to be flexible. You'll have your own times. You're going to be, the creativity that's coming out on me in the moment, I'm going to bed at night and thinking, oh, and I'm thinking, I really must get some sleep. So that might be, you've got to weigh up what is the best for you, your own business or a job that you go to, because your own business, although you're going to have your flexible hours, sometimes you might have to go over those flexible hours, and when it's too much, get some sleep as well. Make sure you're productive, but get some sleep as well. It does say here you are working in confined and particularly structured ways of doing things, and you do want to break free. I am, again, walking through these cards. I am living these cards. Every time I do a Learn With Me card reading or something, I'm learning these cards and I'm living it as well. I'm literally living what the card is saying. I'm getting this information from Biddy's, so if you've got this way through the film, I went on to Biddy's website, so I will be linking Biddy's website down the description box down below. Very, very good blog site for beginners in tarot readings. Like I said, they're explaining the card, the description of the card, the upright and the reverse of the card in ways that you can just understand. When the reversed Emperor pops up in a tarot reading, pay attention to your commitment to your goals and your self-discipline to get jobs done. Well, this is what I'm trying to do now. Because I've had time off work now, I'm trying to implement discipline into the housework, discipline in making myself look nice for you guys now when I come on camera. Don't know whether it will work all the time, but we're having a go. I need to be more disciplined at work. When I go back to work, I need to be more, I need to look for my goals. And at the moment, I know what my goals are. I've just got to be patient for them to come through tuition. If you're struggling to see any real outcome, check that you have planned in place for routine to support it. Like I was just saying. I've just got to do a waiting game now. I'm doing other little projects around it to hope that maybe one day I will have a business of my own. You may need to get a little tougher on yourself and do uncomfortable work you'd prefer to avoid. Yeah. That is resonating with me. But if you don't, if you can't have the positive upright energy, the Emperor will affect you as a leadership success, basically. So even in the darkest of times, you've got to try and sort of like, even if you get knocked down, you need to, like I said, retreat, adapt, go forward again to get your leadership success. If this is in a relationship reading, the first Emperor can suggest that you may be in an unequal partnership and that it may not make you happy in the long term. It may make you unbearable. In that response, I would say if you get a reverse in Emperor in the cards, you have free will as well, so you don't have to take on stuff. And like I said earlier, to make a success through the dark times, you have to work at it. And this, I think, what the reverse one is saying is, we're going to give you hell on earth now. It's now your time to work through it. Your significant other has become overbearing, possessive, domineering, and authoritative. While you may be looking for a partner to take care of you and offer stable foundations for the future, the qualities have gone on too far, and it seems as though much of your independence and freedom have been taken away. This dramatic is putting a strain on your relationship and preventing a flow of enemies between both of you. Well, I don't think when it comes to a relationship and you see this card reverse, don't think it's always the other partner. It also could be you. What are you doing as well? So it's not always thingy. And I would say in the darkest of times of when if you are feeling overbeared and overwhelmed and probably feeling dominated by somebody, try and sit them down. Sit them down, have a talk to them. I know it's not that easy. I'm a culprit of it myself. I've gone to sit down with many people who've made me feel a little bit overbearing. It's not comfortable, I can tell you, but when you do let out all your problems and they let out all their problems and you talk about it and you can talk about it rationally, you may be able to get out of the reverse position and back into the upright position. Like I said, you always have free will. So it's up to you if you are in a relationship like that. Just see. But if it is a, how can I put this? A very, very intense, tense, bad relationship to a point of abuse, I would say, and they're not being willing to compromise, I would say that will possibly be a message. I'm not going to say what message, because again, free will, you can turn it around. So I'm going to end. That wasn't really a positive note, really. I wanted to end on a high. So yeah, that is the end of my Learn With Me Empress reading. If you did like this video and you got this far, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button wherever it may be, and hit that notification bell on all, and that'll update you that I do upload mostly every Saturday, so I haven't missed one yet. Mostly every Saturday, so it'll be at 7 o'clock. You can leave a comment. I don't know whether I will be able to comment back straight away to you, because some days are a little bit busier than others. However, if you do like to comment to me, and I will try and get back to you all if I can. I do appreciate all of you being here with me, and yeah, I will try. Can't promise, but I will try. See? Emperor's trying to reverse into upright. See you later, guys.